Thank you so much for giving me so many views and for the 120 subscribers. Today we're making French onion steak sandwich, and let's hope that it becomes as popular as the wings video. Alright guys, so for this recipe, you're gonna need some mayonnaise and some hot sauce. I use Frank's Red Hot because that's the one I had in the last video, and these two will make a great spicy hot sauce. We also have a piece of steak right here. This is New York strip, but you can also use flank steak or filet mignon. This is a yellow onion. Most people use arugula, but I'm gonna be using some lettuce. And for the bread, you can use any good old sandwich bread, but I have this. And yeah, let's get cooking. With a knife, slice the 2 pieces of bread right down the middle. Next, with a knife, cut a white onion. I accidentally miscentered my slice. Now take the flat side and chop from the root side and begin making slices. Make sure to also slice the other half as well. Take some softened butter and slice it with a knife, and then start to begin buttering all of your 4 slices evenly. In the oiled up medium heat pan, place 2 slices at a time and wait for about 30 seconds for each side to become nice and crispy. If it's toasted like this, then you're good. Repeat for the other 2 slices. Now take your steak and add a generous amount of both pepper and salt on each side. Use your hands to rub it in to make sure your seasoning is nicely in there. Flip and repeat for the other side. Turn the heat up to medium and re-oil your pan. Carefully place your slice of steak in there and let it cook for 1 minute. After you turn, you can start to see that the crust is slowly starting to form. Now cook on the other side for also 1 minute. Flip it over, and now you can see both sides are starting to brown. After 1 minute, flip it again to make sure both sides have a nice sear. After 1 more minute, add 2 cloves of garlic and a thick slice of butter. For 45 seconds on each side, baste the melting butter onto the steak. Make sure you flip it around to do it on both sides or it won't be fully cooked. To get all the juices back into the steak, let it rest on the plate for 3 minutes. Let's see how good the steak is. This time I'm hoping for sure that we got a medium rare, and would you look at that, we did. On low heat, put all the onions into the pan and just stir them around for a little bit until they're not clumped up. To add some flavor, add a nice amount of soy sauce to flavor your onions, and just stir it around until the onions are fully coated in soy sauce. For the rest of it, just leave it alone. Let it sit for 5 minutes. Take out your lettuce, and you want to peel 2 layers off, as we'll be using it for 2 sandwiches. Make sure it's fully washed to get all that pesticide off. Go back to your onions and kill the heat, and then transfer all of it into a pot for assembling. To start assembling, start by cutting your steak into the thinnest strips possible. They should look about as thick as this. Look at the steak juice just gush out. For the sauce, add a few scoops of mayo and a few dabs of your chosen hot sauce. Mix that in with your spoon and you have a nice spicy sandwich sauce. Take a bottom bun of the sandwich bread and add a few dollops of sauce to it. Use your spoon to spread and coat the bread. Add a couple strips of the steak, enough to cover the bottom bun. Put in as many onions as you like. Take a strip of lettuce and fold it until it's the size of the sandwich and place it nicely on top. Add your top toasted bun and it's done. Here's a cross section of the juicy, delicious sandwich. Hey everybody, I have my steak and onion sandwich and it looks phenomenal. Let's try a sandwich. I should have added a little less mayo, but aside from that, godly. 9 out of 10. Fantastic. Anyways, see you in the next video, and we'll probably hit 120 subs soon.